This video is brought to you by Dr. Kristen R. Bromley's Guitar Method Book Series and Online Music Academy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kristen Bromley. Welcome to my online academy. I am thrilled to be here with you, helping you learn to play the guitar. In this quick answer episode, I'm going to be going over the C-sharp 7 chord. So I'll first start with a little theory, and then I'll move on over to the voicings. If you just want voicings, you can take a look at the right side of the board, or fast forward in the video to that point of the lesson. So let's start with the chord symbols. The chord symbol for C-sharp 7 is C, the letter C, the sharp sign, which looks like a pound sign or a hashtag, but it's the sharp sign in music, and then the number 7. If there's anything missing, it's not a C-sharp 7 chord, it's not this specific chord. If there's anything else added to the chord symbol, it's also not this chord. C-sharp 7 is a dominant 7th chord. That's a major chord with a flatted 7th. There's other types of 7th chords, and so we're talking specifically about C-sharp 7, which is C-sharp dominant 7th, would be a long way to say that, or a major chord with a minor 7th. I'll go into a little more detail on that. The pitches in a C-sharp 7 chord are C-sharp, E-sharp, G-sharp, and B natural. So these notes are coming out of a C-sharp mixolydian scale. A mixolydian scale is like a major scale, only when you get to step 7 is 1 fret or 1/2 step lower. So it's a minor 7th or a flatted 7th instead of a major 7th. So step 1 of a C-sharp mixolydian scale is the C-sharp. E-sharp is step 3, G-sharp is step 5, and B is the flatted 7th, or step 7 of the mixolydian scale. Intervallically speaking, meaning the distance between the two pitches, or multiple pitches, but we're talking just 2 pitches at a time. Those intervals are what define the sound that we have. It's what creates the chords that we're looking at. So here's some names for the distances between those pitches that we talk about in theory. The C-sharp, which comes off step 1, is the root. The root is the starting pitch. It's the foundational pitch that everything else sits above and is related to in a way that creates the sounds that we're talking about. E-sharp is a major 3rd above the root. G-sharp is a perfect 5th above the root. So that's the same as just a major chord, C-sharp major. And then B is a minor 7th interval above that root. So C-sharp, E-sharp, G-sharp, and B creates a C-sharp dominant 7th chord. If it was a B-sharp, it would be a major 7th chord, and that's different. That's a different type of chord. So we're talking C-sharp, E-sharp, G-sharp, and B, that flatted 7, gives us that defining dominant 7th chord. Dominant 7th chords have a tension that want them to resolve, so it really wants to resolve here. That takes us to the home chord. Theoretically speaking, dominant 7th chords are usually 5/7 chords, so they're the 5/7 chord in a key that wants to go back to the 1 chord, so the tonic chord. Those are some theory terms. If you want to know more about that, you can check out videos on theory. Let's go ahead though and look at some voicings. So there's multiple ways that we can play a C-sharp 7 chord on the guitar. And voicing wise, that means how we take these 4 pitches and spread them out, or we might double some. We can create different ways of playing C-sharp 7. Let's take a look first at the 6-string bar chord version, which is written here up on top. So at the 9th fret on the 6th string, there's a C-sharp pitch. So we're going to play that, and this is the lowest root of the 6-string form. We're going to bar across all 6 strings. Our index is going to play notes on the 9th fret with strings 1, 2, 4, and 6. It's going to play those notes on those spots. But our middle and ring fingers are needed on 2 other frets, 2 other strings, at 2 other frets to finish out this chord. So our ring finger is 2 frets higher than our bar, so at the 11th fret on the 5th string, and our middle finger is 1 fret higher than the bar, so at the 10th fret on the 3rd string. Once we do those, we've got C-sharp 7, just like so. This one is voiced root, 5, flat 7, 3, 5, root. That's how that's voiced. So that's what we're playing there, C-sharp 7. Alternatively, we can play the 5th string bar chord version. So we have a C-sharp as our lowest root, with this voicing, and it can be, we have a C sharp at the 4th fret of the 5th string, so we're going to put our bar at the 4th fret. We're going to play notes on strings 1, 3, and 5 at the 4th fret. Then our ring finger is going to be 2 frets higher on the 4th string, so at the 6th fret. And our pinky is going to be 2 frets higher than the bar on the 2nd string, so at the 6th fret. And we get C sharp 7. My index finger is pushing up against that 6th string, just making sure that it's not ringing. And hence we have C sharp 7. If I was to leave that open when ringing it, the 6th string, if I inadvertently strum it without it being muted, it doesn't work in the chord. So that's why I let my index finger just mute that. My middle finger isn't being used, so it's helping push down the bar. So that's a little helpful tidbit if you're having a tough time holding that bar down. We'll look at one alternate way to play C sharp 7 that isn't a bar chord version, but over here it sort of overlaps with playing C7 down in 1st position, where we can slide it up. So the outside 2 strings are muted. We're not playing the top string or the bottom string, just the inside 4 strings. But because I have a C sharp at the 4th fret, I can put my C sharp there. So I can put my ring finger there. Then on the 4th string, my middle finger will go at the 3rd fret. My pinky will then come back at the 4th fret on the 3rd string, and my index on the 2nd string plays at the 2nd fret, and I have a C sharp 7. This one doesn't have a 5th though. Root, 3, flat 7, root. There isn't a place where we can put the 5th with this one. We don't have another finger to do it on the top string, and our flatted 7th is on the same string as the 5th. So sometimes we have to omit the 5th in 7th chords. Alright, I hope that helps. We'll catch you again.
If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. For more in-depth lessons and to progress through a free guitar course, check out my Guitar 101 series on YouTube and my guitar method books, which all come with access to hours of in-depth video lessons. You can find more information about me and my products at KristenBromley.com. Take care.